Hello, class. Well, today we're going to be talking about solutions to linear equations. Okay. After this, you should be able to determine what a solution to a linear equation is. So, all solutions to a linear equation. Okay. All solutions to a linear equation represent ordered pairs. Okay. You should remember what an ordered pair is that are on the line. Okay. These are ordered pairs that are on the line. Each combination of x and y must make the equation true. Okay? So, ordered pair, remember, that's simply, it's a point. Okay? An ordered pair is a point on the Cartesian coordinate system, okay, the graphing system. You've got your x value, you've got your y value. Remember, your x is the one that's going this way, your y is the one that's going this way. Okay, this is your horizontal, that's your vertical. Okay, every solution to a linear equation is going to be an ordered pair that makes it a true statement. Let's take a look at a few examples. So for each ordered pair, determine whether it is a solution to 7x plus 6y equals 23. Okay, so what they do is they give us a series of points here, a series of ordered pairs, and we've got the x and y for each one. So -1 and 5, 2, 3, 0, -4, 5, -2. We need to figure out whether or not those are solutions to this equation. So we're going to simply do that for each point. So I'm going to start off here with -1, 5. Okay, so I know that this is my x, this is my y every time. So I want to know if 7 times my x value, -1, plus 6 times my y value, 5. I want to know if that equals 23. So I'm going to put a little question mark over that equal sign. And I'm just going to follow the order of operations and check each one of these out. Check this out. So 7 times -1 is -7, plus 6 times 5 is 30. Does that equal 23? We'll find out here in a second. -7 plus 30 is 23. So that does equal 23. Boom, that's it. Okay, so that is a solution. Okay, how about 2, 3? 2, 3. So I'm going to do that one over here. Okay, 2, 3. Is that a solution? So remember, that's our x, that's our y. I have 7 times 2 plus 6 times 3. And I want to know if that equals 23. So 7 times 2 is 14, plus 6 times 3 is 18. Does that equal 23? Well, 14 and 18 is actually 32. Well, you got a 2 and a 3, not in the right order. So 32 does not equal 23. So that's going to be a no. That is not a solution. How about 0, -4? 0, -4. So I've got 0, -4. I'm going to plug in 0 for my x, -4 for my y. So I have 7 times 0 plus 6 times -4. And I want to know if that equals 23. Okay, 7 times 0 is 0, so that crosses out. 6 times -4 is -24. That is not equal to 23. So again, that's going to be a no, it is not. And lastly, I'm going to check out here 5, -2. 5, -2. So I have, write it down here. So I've got 7 times 5 plus 6 times negative 2 equals 23. 7 times 5, 35, plus 6 times negative 2 is negative 12. Does that equal 23? And 35 plus negative 12 is 23. So 23 equals 23. Check. That is a solution. So simply by taking the x and y value for each coordinate pair, each ordered pair they give you here, plugging it back into the equation they give you, go ahead, evaluate it, make sure that it makes a true statement. If it does, it is a solution. If it does not make a true statement, it is not a solution. Let's take a look at another example. Okay, find an ordered pair xy that is a solution to the equation. So we've got the equation here, x minus 3y equals 6. So here's the deal. This time, you have to come up with an x and a y that makes this a true statement. And it could be any number you want. So the way I normally tell students to do this is, well, simply pick a value, okay? Pick a value for anything you want. You can either pick your x or you can pick your y. Okay, so you get your x, you got your y. So I'm going to go ahead, and in this case, I'm going to pick a y, okay, because my coefficient of x here is already 1, which means no matter what I pick for my y, I can find something where the x is going to make it a true statement, okay, because it's got a coefficient of 1. I don't have to worry about dividing and getting fractions or anything like that. So if I have something where the coefficient is 1, I'm going to pick a value for the other variable. Okay, I'm going to pick a value for the other variable. In this case, I'm going to say y equals 1. Okay, so I have x minus 3 times 1 equals 6. Now I'm simply going to solve for x. So I have x minus 3 times 1 is 3 equals 6. Okay, I'm going to solve that now. Add 3 here, add 3 here. That goes away. X equals 9. So my y value is 1, my x value would be 9. So that pair would be 9, 1. Pretty simple. And again, I could pick any value I want. One of the easiest ones to do, if you take and make this equal to 0. Ooh, let's see how you do that. Okay, so if I do that, I'm going to do that one over here. So I have x minus 3 times 0 equals 6. Okay, well, 3 times 0 is 0. That goes away. So x equals 6. So I've got that point right there, 6, 0. That's actually got a really special name, okay? A really special name. That is called the y-intercept. The y-intercept. We're going to talk about that a little later in this unit. So all you have to do is pick an x value, solve for your y, or you can pick a y value, solve for your x. In this case, I picked y values because the coefficient of my x was 1, and that just made it easier. Let's take a look at one more example. Okay, find an ordered pair xy that is a solution to the equation 4x minus y equals 4. Well, in the last example, we found values for x and y, but the coefficient of x was 1. Okay, in this case, the coefficient of y is -1. So I'm going to pick values for x and then solve for my y. I think that's going to be a little bit easier. And again, I can pick any number that I want. Okay, so I've got x, I've got y. And in this case, I'm going to pick values for my x. I'm going to pick the value, I don't know, 2. Okay? So if I plug in 2 for my x, that gives me 4 times 2 minus y equals 4. Now I'm going to solve for my y value. Well, 4 times 2 is 8 minus y equals 4. Be careful here. I saw some mistakes in the last unit doing stuff like this. Okay, I need to get rid of this 8, so I subtract 8 here, subtract 8 here. That goes away. I'm left here with negative y equals -4. Okay, I am now going to divide both sides by -1. divide by -1, y equals 4. Fantastic. So I've got this value here, 2, 4. That is a solution to that equation. Okay, let's find one more. Now before, in the last example I said 0 is a great example to pick up, great number to put in. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put in 0 for my x. Okay, if I put in 0 for my x, I have 4 times 0 minus y equals 4. Okay, 4 times 0 is 0. Great. So negative y equals 4. Divide both sides by -1. Okay, because that's like having a -1y here. That gives me y equals -4. Okay, so when x is 0, y is -4. So there's another point, another solution to that equation. Okay, and this one also has a special name. Okay, this is known as the x-intercept. Okay, the x-intercept, because it is intercepting the x-axis. So there you go. Check that. That's a y-intercept. I lied to you. Backwards. I had it backwards. So that's how you check and you find a solution to a linear equation. If you have any problems, see me in class. Thank you.